Hello, everyone. Actually, I should wait to do my intro till there's actually people logged on. So sorry if you're watching this in the future and you're like, who is this person? Because you're new here. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like I always introduce myself when there's no one logged on. Well, there's someone logged on now, so thank you. Hi, my name is Bobbie, and welcome to my channel. I'm a yoga instructor in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And today is Saturday, so I'm about to teach my Energizing Vinyasa class. This is an all levels class, but I do give a lot of extra intermediate and advanced options. Everything is optional, so you don't have to take any of the poses that I give you if you don't feel like it. You are awesome just for showing up today. Yeah. Let's get started. This class is going to be Third Eye Chakra themed. I wanted to take my slippers off like Mr. Rogers. Anywho, we're going to start in child's pose. So I'm going to pad my knees because I'm still recovering from a knee injury, and I also already had sensitive knees to begin with. So you feel free to pad your knees as well. That brings me, I almost forgot, props. You don't technically need any props for this class, but if you would like to, if you have tighter hamstrings, I would recommend grabbing a block or two. If you don't have yoga blocks, you can use a book or two books that are about the size of yoga blocks. So this is a yoga block. It's a pretty thick book if they're using it. And if you don't have that, just grab a couple pillows and have them nearby, a couple blankets. If you have a bolster, you can use that too. You might want a towel. We will be getting pretty warm today, so yeah. So let's get started. We're going to start in child's pose, so big toes come to touch. Knees can either be wide or together. Hips are going to reach back towards the heels, and then you'll reach the arms out in front of you. Actually, I just remembered, I do highly suggest having props nearby just because we really want to try to find that connection of the third eye space to something in all these poses, and it might be kind of hard, like if you live in a tighter body, it might be kind of hard to reach the forehead to touch something. So, bringing the forehead to the earth in your child's pose. If you're having a hard time reaching your forehead to the earth in child's pose, go ahead and place some props underneath the forehead to bring the earth closer to you. And then once you arrive in your child's pose, begin to close the eyes, relax the face, and slow down the breath. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose, making the inhales as long as the exhales, and the exhales as long as the inhales. Let go of whatever happened before you came to your mat today, and let go of anything that might happen after. Allow yourself to become completely present on your mat, breathing and practicing yoga. And let's bring our inner gaze, so keep the eyes closed, to that third eye space. Begin to imagine a glowing indigo blue or darker blue orb right at the middle of that third eye space, growing bigger and brighter as you breathe in and out. So while you're centering yourself in, I will explain a little bit about the third eye chakra. If you don't know what chakras are, they are energy centers that run up along the spine, starting from the base of the spine or the tailbone, going all the way up to the top of the head. There's 7 of them, and each one is associated with different physical and mental functions of the body. They can become blocked or they can become excessive, causing imbalances physically and mentally in your life. This 6th chakra, or the third eye chakra, is also called Ajna, which in Sanskrit means command. Its functions are intuition, wisdom, self-realization, memory, fearlessness, and perception. It's associated with the element light. The color associated with the third eye chakra is indigo blue or dark blue. Got my third eye chakra pants on. They got little eyes and they're blue. Just thought I'd point that out. It's located right at the center of the brow line, where you would maybe imagine if you had a third eye, where that would be. Unless you imagine it being somewhere else. But that's where the third eye chakra is located. The main obstacle of this chakra is illusion. It's associated with the planet Jupiter, and it develops in the human body between the ages of 11 years old and through the early 20s. The asanas or yoga poses that you should practice in order to balance or open up the third eye chakra are balancing poses and poses where the forehead touches the earth or the legs. So finding that connection. So yeah, that's what we really want to do today, and we're also going to be practicing a lot of balancing poses. If you are having an imbalance of the third eye chakra or blockage or excessiveness of it, you might experience some of these things: blindness, headaches, migraines, earaches, nightmares, sleep disorders, fear, manic depression, anxiety, paranoia, or equilibrium imbalances. There's a lot more things too, but those are just some examples. And I'm going to read aloud an affirmation that you can either repeat after me out loud or in your head right now, or just come back to it at any point during class or any point in your life when you feel an imbalance of the third eye chakra. My mind is open to new vision. I expand my awareness through my higher self. My mind is open to new vision. I expand my awareness through my higher self. Do it one more time. My mind is open to new vision. I expand my awareness through my higher self. Let's take a couple more deep breaths here in our child's pose. And on an inhale, begin to lift the head. Walk the hands over to the right side, maybe stacking left hand on top of right, or keeping them separate, whatever feels best in your body. Then reach the forehead back down to the earth. Feel free to place a prop underneath the forehead so you find that connection between the third eye and something. Slightly spin the left shoulder downward, reach the left sit bone back towards the left heel, and breathe into the left side body. On your next inhale, walk the hands back through center and over to the right. Either stacking right hand on top of left or keeping them separate. Place the forehead back down on the earth or any props that you're using. Reach the right sit bone back towards the right heel. Spin the right shoulder slightly downward and breathe into the right side body. On your next inhale, walk the hands back to center. Place the forehead down on the earth or any props. Bring the palms to touch out in front of you, and then bend the elbows so that they touch the nape of the neck, stretching out the shoulders and triceps. You can kind of walk the elbows in a little closer to deepen the stretch and a little further out to also deepen it. And do the opposite for less of a stretch. On your next inhale, reach the arms out in front of you, palms touch the earth, spread the fingertips nice and wide. Then on an inhale, lift the heart, lift the hips, let the belly sink, rise up into your cow pose variation. As you exhale, round the spine and then bring the hips back down towards the heels. We'll move through that 5 more times. Inhale to lift the heart, lift the hips, cow. Exhale, round the spine through cat, coming back down to your child's pose. Inhale, lift the hips, lift the heart. Exhale, round the spine, reach the hips back towards the heels. Inhale, lift. Bring the gaze up to the third eye space. Exhale, round the spine, bring the gaze down towards the navel. 2 more times. Inhale, lift the heart, lift the gaze up towards the third eye. Exhale, round the spine, look down towards the navel. Hips reach back towards the heels. Last one. Inhale, lift, cow, gazes up towards the third eye space. Exhale, round the spine, reach the hips back towards the heels. Gaze down towards the belly button. And then from here, walk the hands in. Come to sit up on the heels. Bring the knees together if they weren't already, if you had them wide. And begin to rub the palms together, creating some friction and heat. Feel free to use some essential oils. If you have any, lavender is a good essential oil to help open up the third eye chakra. I have it in my oil diffuser. And I'm also going to use it because my hands are really dry. I forgot to put lotion on. Create some heat, friction between the palms. It's pretty cold here in Wisconsin, so I'm going to do it for a little longer than I normally would. Oh, and I have to take my glasses off for this. Take your glasses off if you wear glasses for this next thing. We're going to do some eye exercises, but first, place the left hand over the third eye space, and then the right hand on top. Take a few deep breaths. And then place each hand over each eye. Underneath your hands, open up the eyes really wide as you can. And then begin to move the eyes up and down slowly, about 6 times in each direction. Remember to keep breathing. Try not to close the eyelids at all when you bring the eyes downward. Try to keep them open as wide as you can this whole time. Then center the eyes and move the eyes from right to left or left to right. Same thing, keep the eyes as wide as you can. Do about 6 times in each direction. And then center the eyes and begin to move the eyes in circles. Still keeping the eyes nice and wide. One direction to start. Do about 6. And then switch directions. Then close the eyes, release the hands down, take a few breaths. While I turn my phone on silent because I forgot to do that. Oh shit. There. And then from here, we're going to set the hips off to one side and reach the legs out long in front of you. Feel free to sit up on any props that you'd like. If you have a hard time sitting up tall, here, we're going to bring the soles of the feet together and the knees open wide. Make sure to have some props nearby. Take an inhale, sit up nice and tall. As you exhale, begin to fold the forehead down towards the feet. Maybe, actually you will probably, unless you're really flexible, you want to find that connection of the forehead to something. So bring some props underneath the forehead, either on top of the feet, or you can bring the feet on top of your props. So just take a few deep breaths here. And then inhale, come to sit up tall. Move your props, make sure you're still able to reach them. Reach the right leg out long, bring the left foot to the inner right thigh. The right leg should be straight out in front of you. On an inhale, sit up nice and tall, reach the arms up overhead. As you exhale, fold forward, bringing forehead towards the leg. And if you can't reach your forehead to the leg, either bend the knee so that you're able to do so, or bring some props on top of that leg. Keep the right toes flexed, pointing up towards the sky. Send the breath into the back of that right leg. Feel the connection of the third eye space connected to your leg or your props. Inhale to sit up nice and tall, and then we'll switch sides. Reach the left leg out long, right foot comes to the inner left thigh. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold forward, bringing forehead either to the leg, bent or straight, or bring some props underneath the forehead. Inhale, sit up nice and tall, and then reach both legs out long in front of you. Keep both feet flexing up towards the sky. Engage the legs. You can always have a bend in the knees if you need. Inhale, sit up tall, reach the arms up. Exhale, hinge from the hips, fold, bringing forehead either to the legs with bent legs or straight legs, or bringing a prop underneath the forehead so that you're able to find that connection of the third eye space. Inhale, sit up nice and tall. You should be facing the top of the mat. I just turned so you could see better. Then from here, we're going to roll onto our backs. Feel free to bring a block with you if you have one. Bring the soles of the feet on the earth. Knees point up towards the sky. Legs are about hip width distance apart. I'm going to take a block, place it beneath or in between my knees, but you don't need to. It just kind of helps to prevent your knees from splaying out to the sides because you got to hold that block in there. So just make sure not to let your knees splay out to the sides. Tuck the shoulder blades underneath the back. Press into the palms. On an inhale, lift the hips up. Look up towards the sky. Do not look from side to side. Exhale, slowly lower down, upper back, middle back, lower back. Inhale, press up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. 3 more. Inhale, lift the hips. Exhale, lower the hips back down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Last one. Inhale, lift. This time, hold at the top. Hands can either stay where they are or maybe interlace the hands underneath you. Keep squeezing the block if you have it. Otherwise, squeeze the knees towards one another so they're not splaying out to the sides. Press into the feet. Breathe into the belly. Take one more inhale. On an exhale, release the hands if you interlace them and lower upper back, middle back, lower back. Move the block off to the side if you used it. Bring the feet wide, knees fall in towards one another. Then bring the arms out to a T, palms face up. Take an inhale, head centered. As you exhale, let the knees fall to the left, head to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, knees to the right, head to the left. Inhale, center. Knees left, head right. Inhale, center. Exhale, knees right, head left. Inhale, center. Knees left, head right. Last one. Inhale, center. Knees right, head left. Inhale, center. Now from here, we're going to begin to rock up and down the spine. And then from here, you're going to try to land with one foot right. Let's start with the right foot on the ground, left foot out. Exhale, roll back and switch. Left foot lands, right foot out. Try to find your balance, find your drishti out in front of you. We'll do that about 3 times on each side. And then roll back, make your way to stand. Standing at the top of the mat, gaze is straight out over the horizon. Find a point in front of you to focus on that's not moving, but then look beyond that point. That's called your drishti. Inhale, reach the arms up, bring the drishti to the third eye space. Exhale, fold, gaze down the nose. Inhale, halfway lift, gaze is still down the nose. Exhale, plant the palms, step back, plank. Gaze is still down the nose. Take an inhale in the plank, in your plank. As you exhale, lower knees, chest, chin. Inhale, slide the heart through. Cobra, gaze is up towards the third eye. Exhale, downward facing dog. Gaze is up towards the belly button. Take a few deep breaths in your down dog. How that just happened? My sweater got stuck on my hair. Okay. And then from here, bend the knees, look forward, step the feet to the top of the mat. Exhale, fold, gaze is down the nose. Inhale, halfway lift, gaze is still down the nose. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand, gaze up towards the third eye space. Exhale, hands to heart center, gaze out over the horizon. Inhale, lift the arms up, gaze up towards the third eye space. Exhale, hinge from the hips, fold, look down the nose. Inhale, halfway lift, keep looking down the nose. Exhale, plant the palms, either step or maybe lightly hop back to your chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or cobra, gaze up toward the third eye space. Exhale, downward facing dog, gaze towards the belly button. Take a couple deep breaths here. Bend the knees, look forward. Step or maybe lightly hop to the top of the mat. Exhale, fold, gaze down the nose. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand, gaze up toward the third eye space. Exhale, hands heart center, gaze over the horizon. Last one, just like that. Inhale, lift the arms up, gaze up towards the third eye space. Exhale, hinge from the hips, look down towards the nose. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms, either step or lightly hop back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or cobra, look up, third eye space. Exhale, downward facing dog. Look towards the belly button. Bend the knees, look forward, step or lightly hop to the top of the mat. Exhale, fold, look down your nose. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand, gaze up towards the third eye space. Exhale, hands heart center, gaze over the horizon. All right, now let's start to balance. I'll face you to start, but you should be standing at the top of your mat. Ground through the left foot. Bend the right knee, reach the right knee out towards the right. Bring the right foot to the inside of, you can keep the right foot here on the ground or bring it to the inside of the calf or the inside of the thigh, but avoid the knee joint. Press the foot into the leg and the leg back into the foot. Squeeze everything in towards the midline. Hands are at heart center. Gaze straight out over the horizon. Once you've found your balance, maybe you choose to reach the arms up and bring the gaze up towards the third eye space. Exhale, bring hands back to heart center, gaze out over the horizon. Then from here, lift that right knee up, keep it here, or maybe straighten it out for just a moment. Try to stand up nice and tall. And then from here, cross right ankle over left thigh. Begin to bend into the left knee, stretching out that right hip. Gaze is still out over the horizon. Make sure to flex these right toes to protect your knee and ankle joint. Try to keep the heart lifted and spine long. On an inhale, rise to stand. Bring that right leg with you. Maybe kick it out for a second. And then as you exhale, begin to reach the heart forward, right foot back behind you, making your way into your warrior three. Hips are square, toes point down. Hands can stay at heart center or reach back or out in front of you if you have the space. Then from here, bend into the left knee, step that right foot back, round through the right heel, cartwheel the arms open, warrior two. Make sure the arch of your right foot is aligned with the heel of the left foot. Look over the left fingertips. On an inhale, either reach the right hand down the right leg or wrap the right arm behind the low back, flip the front palm, reach the heart up, reverse warrior. As you exhale, reach the left fingertips forward as far as you can. Plant the left hand to the inside, forearm to thigh, or left hand to the inside of the front leg. Right arm reaches up overhead, palm faces down. Spin the heart open. Side angle. From here, begin to straighten the left leg. Left hand can come anywhere on the leg, blocks or floor. Keep spinning the heart open, press the hips forward. Trikonasana, triangle pose. From here, bring the right hand to the right hip. Heel toe the back foot in slightly. Reach the left fingertips out in front of the left foot about 6 to 12 inches. Then lift that back foot up about hip height. Stack right hip on top of left. Flex through those right toes. Maybe reach the right arm up towards the sky. Maybe the gaze follows. Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. And from here, carefully step that right foot back. Bring left hand either onto forearm on thigh or inside of the left foot. Reach the right fingertips forward, back to your side angle. Option to come into half bind here. Wrap the right arm behind the low back. Keep spinning the heart open. On an inhale, lift the left arm up, reverse warrior. Straighten the left leg. Spin the left toes forward. Bring hands to hips so feet are now parallel. Interlace the hands behind the low back. On an inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, fold. Reach the arms out in front of you. Crown of the head reaches down towards the earth. On an inhale, use the hands to help guide you up slowly so you don't become light-headed. Release the hands. Spin both feet forward. Bend into the front knee. Lift the back heel. Coming into your lunge. Plant the palms. Hug this left foot in. And then shoot it up and back. Three-legged dog. Bend the knee. Open the hip. Maybe do a couple leg circles in both directions. And then straighten that back leg, square off the hips. You can lower the left foot or keep it lifted and move through your vinyasa. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. On an inhale, lift the left leg back up towards the sky. Bend the left knee, open up the hip. Maybe you stay here, or maybe that left foot starts to get really heavy and fall towards the right edge of your mat, flipping you over into your wild thing. Press the hips up, reach the heart up. If you are in your wild thing, carefully make your way back to your three-legged dog, left leg lifted. Take an inhale. Exhale, step the left foot through, in between the hands. And then inhale, step that right foot up, fold over the left leg, standing splits. And from here, on an inhale, begin to come up to stand, bringing that right leg with you. Hug the right knee in. And then from here, bend the right foot back and just come into a standing quad stretch. So grab onto that right foot either with just the right hand or maybe both hands. Lengthen the tailbone down. Squeeze the left knee or right knee towards the left so they're not splaying out. And just breathe here. And then carefully release the back foot. Inhale, reach the arms up. Gaze up. Exhale, hands heart center. Gaze over the horizon. And I will do that all on the other side. So ground through the left foot. Bend the right knee. Bring the right knee out to the right. Stay here. Right foot comes to inner calf. Wait, sorry, we did that side already. Sorry, ground through the right foot. Left knee comes out. Stay here. Inner calf or inner thigh. Avoid the knee joint. Hands come to heart center. Gaze out over the horizon. Stay here or maybe reach the arms up and maybe bring the gaze up towards the third eye space. Exhale, hands come back to heart center if they're not there already. Bring the left knee forward. Stay here, maybe kick it out straight. Then cross the left ankle over right thigh. Begin to bend into the right knee. Keep that heart lifted. These hip stretches feel really good. I did a lot of workouts yesterday, and my butt and hips are really sore. Make sure to keep the left toes flexed, though. Protect your knee and ankle joints. And then inhale, come up to stand. Bring the left knee with you. Straighten it out maybe for a sec. Then exhale, lean the heart forward. Reach the left toes back. Coming into your warrior 3. Toes point down towards the ground, hips are square. Hands can stay at heart center, reach back behind you, or out in front of you. Then begin to bend into the right knee, reach the left toes back, round through the left heel, cartwheel the arms open, warrior two. Make sure the arch of the back foot is aligned with the heel of the front foot. Look over the right fingertips. On an inhale, reverse. Exhale, reach the right fingertips forward, your side angle. Begin to straighten the front leg, coming into your Trikonasana. Bring the left hand to the left hip. Bring the toes slightly in. You can also have a block in your hand for this, in your right hand, if you want. I'll demonstrate. Reach the right fingertips 6 to 12 inches in front of that right foot. Step the left foot up, stack left hip on top of right. Flex through the left toes. Maybe reach the left arm up. Maybe lift the gaze. Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. And then carefully step that left foot back behind you, coming back into your side angle. Option to take a half bind. Keep spinning the heart open. And then inhale, lift up, reverse warrior. Straighten the front leg, spin the toes forward. Interlace the hands at the low back. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, fold. I forgot to mention, try to do opposite thumb on top for your interlace. And use your hands to guide you back up to stand. Release the interlace. Spin both feet forward, bend into the front knee, lift the back heel, lunge. Then hug the right foot in, shoot it up and back, three-legged dog. Bend the right knee, open up the hip, maybe do a couple leg circles in both directions. Then straighten that right leg, square off the hips. Take an inhale. Either lower the right foot down or keep it lifted and move through your vinyasa. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the right leg back up, three-legged dog. Bend the right knee, open up the hip. Stay here, or maybe flip your dog into your wild thing, if that's in your practice. Lift the hips, lift the heart. Breathe. Then, if you made it to your wild thing, carefully make your way back. Three-legged dog with the right leg lifted. Everyone. Exhale, step the right foot through, in between the hands. Inhale, lift the left leg up. Standing splits, fold over the right leg. On an inhale, rise up to stand, bring that left leg with you. Hug the left knee in. Stand up nice and tall. Find your drishti out over the horizon. Then bend the left knee, left foot back. Grab the left foot in the left hand, maybe the right hand too. Lengthen the tailbone down. Squeeze left knee towards right. Carefully release that foot. Inhale, reach the arms up, gaze up. Exhale, hands to heart center, gaze over the horizon. Now, adding on. So, starting grounding through the right foot, you can either come into the same tree variation you did before, whichever one you took, or take it a step further, bring the right foot to the right hip crease, right knee reaches down. You can keep holding onto the foot with the left hand, or maybe you reach the right arm behind the back, grabbing onto the foot with the right hand. Try to square the shoulders off as best you can. Take an inhale. As you exhale, fold over the left leg. And you can do this with the other tree variation as well. On your next inhale, slowly rise back up. It's okay if you lose your balance. Just try to bring your drishti, your focus back. Carefully release that right foot, bring hands to heart center. Lift the right leg up. Maybe kick it out straight. Then cross right ankle over left thigh. Keep those right toes flexed. Begin to bend into the left knee. Keep the heart lifted. Inhale. Come back up to stand. Bring that right leg with you. Maybe kick it out straight for a second. And then exhale. Lean the heart forward. And reach the right foot back behind you, about hip height. Toes point down. Hips are square. Hands stay at heart center. Reach back behind you or in front of you. Bend into the left knee. Ground through the back heel. Warrior 2. So maybe there's a guy right outside the window. Right. Look over the left fingertips. On an inhale, reverse warrior. As you exhale, left fingertips reach forward, making your way to your side angle. Option to half bind. Then begin to straighten the front leg, coming to your triangle. You can keep that half bind if you had it. Stay here, maybe reach the left fingertips out. Or if you don't have the half bind, you can reach both fingertips out using your core strength to hold you up. And then from here, place that, or begin to walk the back foot in slightly. Left hand down on the ground, 6 to 12 inches in front of the left foot, either on the floor or on a block. Lift the right leg up, stack right hip on top of left. Flex those toes. Maybe the right arm reaches up, maybe the gaze. Option to grab the back foot, kicking the foot into the hand, into a sugarcane bow pose. Wherever you're at, carefully reach that right foot back down, making your way back into your side angle. Option to half bind. Option for full bind, reaching the left arm all the way under, reaching for the right fingertips or a strap or towel. Reach the heart open. Stay here. We begin to step the right foot forward to the top of the mat, keeping the spine. Inhale. Begin to rise up to stand. Find your drishti. You can keep the left leg bent. I'll face forward so you can see a little better. You can keep the left leg bent when you rise or begin to straighten it. Then carefully reverse your way back into your side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior. Straighten the front leg. Spin the left toes forward. Sit up tall. As you exhale, fold forward. Bring the hands underneath the face. Inhale, lift the right arm up towards the sky. Stay here, or maybe bring the left hand to the right foot or ankle. Forehead reaches towards your right leg. Maybe you come into a half bind with the top arm. Carefully unwind. Plant right hand down. Inhale, left arm up. Stay here. Or begin to fold to the left leg, grabbing onto the left leg with the right hand. Bringing forehead towards the left knee. Left arm can stay up or come into a half bind. Carefully unwind. And then walk the hands forward to frame the front foot. Spin both feet forward, making your way back into your lunge. Hug the left foot in, shoot it up and back. Three-legged dog. Open up the hip. Stay here or come into your wild thing. If you made it to your wild thing, carefully make your way back. Three-legged dog, left leg lifted. You can keep the left leg lifted or lower it and move through your vinyasa. Or you can skip your vinyasa altogether if you'd like. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg rises, three-legged dog. Exhale, step the left foot forward in between the hands. Inhale, lift the right leg up. Standing splits, fold. Stay here. Maybe practice a couple handstand hops. Maybe you catch a little air time. Maybe you don't. Maybe you don't practice your hops at all. And then once you did a couple, land back in your standing splits. Rise to stand, bring that right leg with you. Hug the right knee in. Then from here, bend the right knee. Reach back for your right foot or ankle, either to the outside or inside of that foot. I like to do inside because it opens up my shoulders a little more. Reach the left fingertips forward. Kick the right foot into the hand. Keep the heart lifted. And then once you can't kick anymore, begin to reach the heart forward. Find your drishti out in front of you and breathe. Carefully release the back foot. Inhale, reach the arms up, gaze up. Exhale, hands heart center. Gaze over the horizon. All right, you're ready to do that all on the other side. Hopefully you're nice and warm. We're almost done. But you probably don't want to be done because it's fun. Anyways, ground through the right foot, coming into your variation of tree, whichever you took on the other side. Maybe if you're taking this variation, left arm reaches behind the back for that right left toe. Inhale, arm reaches up. Exhale, fold over your tree. Inhale, carefully come up. Bring both hands to heart center. Lift the left foot. Maybe kick it out for a second. Cross left ankle over right thigh. Bend into the right knee. Gaze over the horizon. Inhale, come up to stand. Bring that left knee with you. Maybe kick it out straight for a moment. And then lean the heart forward. Reach the left toes back behind you. Coming into your warrior three. Hands wherever you like them. Then begin to bend into the front knee. Ground through the back heel. Warrior two. Flip the front palm. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, reach the right fingertips forward. Your side angle. Maybe coming into a half bind. Spin the heart open. Begin to straighten the front leg. Trikonasana. You can still have the half bind if you took it in your side angle. Stay here or either reach one arm out or both arms out using that core. Then reach the right hand back down. Hand can either stay on your half bind or come onto your left hip, left hand. Walk the left foot in slightly. Right hand comes in front of the right foot, 6 to 12 inches, either on the floor or on the block. Lift the back leg. Stack left hip on top of right. Maybe reach the left arm up. Maybe the gaze follows. Maybe you grab the back foot or ankle, coming into your sugarcane bow. Carefully release the back foot if you grabbed it. Then everyone bend into the front knee, making your way back to your side angle. Option to half bind, option for full bind. Reach the right arm right underneath the right leg, spin the heart open. Stay here or begin to step the left foot forward, the top of your mat. Stay here or maybe you begin to rise up. Gaze out over the horizon. Right leg can stay bent. Maybe you begin to straighten it. Try to keep the heart lifted. Carefully reverse your way back to your side angle. And then inhale, reverse warrior. Straighten the front leg. Spin the right toes forward. Hands come to hips. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, fold. Crown of the head reaches down towards the earth. You can stay in your wide-legged forward fold. Or if you have headstand practice in your practice, go ahead and take that. Don't worry if you don't. We're going to be going into headstands a lot next week for the crown chakra. If you took your headstand, carefully make your way back down. Everyone inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bring the hands to frame the front foot. Both feet point forward. Hug the right foot in. Shoot it up and back. Three-legged dog. Bend the knee, open up the hip. Stay here or flip your dog. If you flipped your dog, carefully make your way back. Three-legged dog, right leg lifted. Stay here or lower the right leg, or move into your child's pose and don't move through your vinyasa at all. Or do move through your vinyasa. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, upward or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the right leg up. Exhale, step the right foot through in between the hands. Inhale, step the left leg up. Standing splits. Stay here. Or maybe take a few handstand hops. And it's okay if you don't get very high at all. You can just do little hops like this, too. Or don't take any handstand hops at all. Once you're done, if you took your handstand hops, come back into your standing splits, left leg lifted. Then rise to stand, bring the left leg with you. Hug the left knee in. Stand up nice and tall. Then bend the left foot behind you. Taking the left hand to the inside of the left foot, or outside. Inside or outside of the left foot, whatever feels best in your body. Bring that left knee towards the right knee, so you're not like splitting up to the side. Right hand reaches forward. Kick the left foot into the left hand, and then begin to lean the heart forward. Natarajanasana, dancer pose. Ooh, it's okay if you lose your balance. Just try to come back into it. Find your drishti. And then exhale, come to stand. Inhale, reach the arms up, gaze up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Gaze out over the horizon. All right, well, the heart stuff is over. It's time to cool down. Inhale, reach the arms up, look up. Exhale, look down from the nose, hinge the hip from the hinge of the hips fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms. Step or lightly hop back. Inhale, upward dog or cobra, gaze up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Gaze towards the belly button. Then from your down dog, lower the knees to the earth. Big toes touch, knees are either wide or together. Hips reach back towards the heels. Forehead reaches down towards the earth, maybe bringing a prop underneath the forehead. And just breathe here. Feel the breath begin to slow down. Feel the sweat begin to cool the body off. Feel the heartbeat begin to slow back down. Maybe come back to that visualization of that glowing indigo deep blue orb right at the center of that third eye space, growing bigger and brighter as you breathe. On your next inhale, lift the gaze, walk the hands in, bring the knees together if you had them open wide. Bring the hips off to one side so you can reach the legs out in front of you. And then make your way to a comfortable cross-legged seat at the top of your mat. We're going to finish today's practice with some pranayama. So come to a comfortable seat. Feel free to sit up on any props that you may need to sit up nice and tall. Let the eyes close. Let's just take a few inhales through the nose and exhales through the mouth. So, ready, begin. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale. Inhale through the nose. Exhale. 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Then from here, we're going to take the left hand. We're going to come into Nadi Shodhana, or alternate nostril breathing. I usually do it with the right hand, but since the third eye chakra is actually associated with the left side of the body, I figured it'd be better if we used our left hand today. So you're going to take the thumb to the outside of the left nostril and the ring finger to the outside of the right nostril. The index finger and middle finger you're going to place right at the third eye space. And begin by closing off the right nostril with the left ring finger. Take an inhale. Pause at the top. Close off the left nostril with the thumb. Lift the right finger, open up the right nostril. Exhale out the right nostril. Inhale through the right. Switch. Exhale through the left. Inhale through the left. Switch. Exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Switch. Exhale through the left. Inhale through the left. Switch. Exhale through the right. Now keep moving on your own. Focusing on the breath. Not worrying if you mess up the order a little bit. Allowing your thoughts to disappear. Noticing them. Observing them. But then letting them go. Maybe visualizing that glowing orb right at the third eye space again. The next time you exhale through the left nostril, you can release the left hand down. Bring the backs of the hands to the thighs or knees so the palms face up. Just take a few breaths in and out through the nose, through both nostrils. Vision is the art of seeing what is invisible to others. Jonathan Swift. Keep the eyes closed. Sit up nice and tall, taller than you have all day. On an inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Palms touch at the top. Exhale through the mouth. Hands to heart center. Bow the chin towards the heart. Then bring the thumb knuckles up to the third eye space. Take a moment to thank yourself for carving this time out of your day to do something good for your body and mind. To take a pause from life, to be present and share your breath with others. And I thank you for joining me. I hope you can take the benefits of today's class with you into the rest of your day, the rest of your night, the rest of your week, the rest of your life. I'm going to end with one more quote from Buddha. What you think, you become. What you feel, you attract. What you imagine, you create. Namaste. Thank you, everyone. Forgot to use my singing bowl. Feel free to take a shavasana if you'd like. I just figured I would end in a meditation today. Just because it's morning and sometimes you don't always want to take shavasana in the morning. And meditating, a seated meditation can kind of act as a shavasana. So thank you. Feel free to take a shavasana if you'd like. Please. I'm not at Crux this week because I don't know if you heard at all on social media or in my classes next week. My partner tested positive for COVID. I tested negative, but I talked to the people at this testing center, and they told me that since we live in the same household, that I still have to quarantine because there's a high chance that I either contracted it since then or will contract it. So I have to quarantine for the same amount of time, 14 days, or they said I should probably quarantine longer since I probably will contract it later on. So we're both going to get tested again next week. But yeah, until then I'm quarantining. So yeah, I'll still be teaching my yoga classes unless I start feeling really sick not for some reason, but I've only felt like some mild symptoms, so hopefully it stays that way. Yeah, thank you again for taking my class. Please still follow Crux Chiropractic on Instagram and Facebook and stuff. They're really awesome. They just started doing dry needling there, which is really cool. I definitely want to check that out once I am free of COVID and done quarantining. Yeah, I was supposed to have an appointment for my knee with them on Monday, but I had to cancel because of this. So, yeah, not able to work either. So, yeah, let me know if there's anything you want to work on in any future classes. Next week's classes are all going to be crown chakra themed. So, yeah, join me for that next week, starting with my Yoga for Cyclists class on Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Then my Yin Yoga class on Thursday at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. And then this class, Energizing Vinyasa Flow, Saturdays at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Thank you again. Please donate if you can. I'd like to be able to make free classes affordable and just accessible for everyone, yoga classes, because everyone deserves a chance to take yoga, and I know, like, from experience that it's just like not affordable in most places. But if you can donate, that'd be really awesome. If you can't, don't worry about it. My Venmo, PayPal, and Cash App information are all on my social media accounts and my YouTube channel. So if you can't find them, just send me a message. Thank you again. I hope you have a really good day, and please stay safe. Wear a mask. Don't go out to bars and stuff. Stay at home if you can, and get tested. All right. Thank you. Have a really good day. Forgot to use my singing bowl. Sorry. Bye.